I mean, unless the violence in Naples, in the hood in Naples, there's a hood in Naples called Scampia, Secondigliano. Anyone who's watched Gomorrah knows what I'm talking about, right? But I've actually been to Naples, right? In the hood in Naples, people sell drugs, people kill people. Like any hood anywhere, right? In the hood in Glasgow, people sell drugs, people kill people. In the hood in Mexico, people sell drugs, people kill people. We've got to ask ourselves why in all of those cases where class is clearly the primary connector, when trading illegal drugs plus lack of opportunity is clearly the common denominator, why only for black kids does black on black violence get offered? And even if you're a mixed race ex-road youth like me, it's the black half's fault that you was violent, right? It's black on black violence. This is the biggest gaslighting waste of argument ever. Black on black violence doesn't exist. You think if black roadmen get robbed by a Turkish man, they're going to be like, well, you know what? They're not black, so I'm not going to clap back or do nothing. Even though I owe my Connect money and I'm in beef now, I don't kill black people. Of course not. And if you want to put that to the test, go and rob some black roadman and see what happens. I wouldn't recommend it, right? Furthermore, do you think white road youths in Liverpool would pet to beef demand them? Of course they would, right? Who do you think is a greater risk of going to prison? A white youth from the hood in Liverpool whose parents are on drugs, for example, which is the case of some of the youths I've worked with, or a middle-class black youth who lives in Richmond? Even if you just look at rap music, how do you think all the rich rappers' kids are going to grow up? Man have got detached houses with back gardens. It turns out rich black rappers like back gardens and cups of tea and hot yoga and red wine just as much as other people with money, right? Even if you look at some of the men in this call, we've all known each other since our early 20s when our friends were on nonsense. Let's be honest. What happened? Did we all get an excessive melanin reduction operation sometime around 25? No, we grew up and we started to be successful. So black on black violence doesn't exist. It's a gaslight. For example, imagine when, this last thing I'll say on this, imagine when every time a middle-aged white man had a political opinion, if we gaslit them with, yeah, but until there's no more middle-aged white men who are paedophiles, I don't care about Brexit. How can you have an opinion on Brexit, Nigel Farage? There's still white on white sexual violence. And so I think that it's just a gaslight, bruv. Yes, don't get me wrong. Yes, we should be working to clean up the violence in the hood. Yes, we should be working for unity in black neighborhoods, but there's no violence among middle-class black people. Even in Jamaica, which has one of the highest murder rates in the world, if you live in Cherry Gardens or Norbrook or Plantation Heights, bruv, you might as well live in Hampstead. It's lovely, lovely. I'm considering moving there. That's how lovely it is. So violence everywhere in the world, street violence, is based on much more on class than race. Ghana has a murder rate that is no higher than Belgium's murder rate. In fact, there's only one city in the whole of Africa. Outside of South Africa, there is no city in the whole of Africa in the world's top 50 for murder rate. Outside of South Africa. Only South Africa on the whole continent of Africa, only South Africa has cities that are in the top 50 in the world for murder rate. All of the rest of the top 50 of the cities in the world are in the Americas. And even with London, if you chat to most people in London, even most black youths, and you say, hey, do you think London is the most violent city in Britain? They'll say yes, it isn't. Usually it comes around 7 or 8. If you ask them what percentage of violent murders do you think are committed by black youths in London? Young black boys, should I say, or black teenagers. I've asked teenagers this question, they say 80%, 90%. No, it's about 15% of the murders are committed by black teenagers. Then some are committed by the man then. But this, again, the whole thing is just gaslighting. We can care about more than one political issue at once. And most of us who have an opinion on police brutality and are out there doing work have also been in the streets trying to get the man them to do other things and trying to provide employment for people and trying to clean up our